I'm keeping motherfucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Step out. Can I move my phone? Step out.
And have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Let him know with this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. That's what the cops send a message. I don't care what anybody say.
Terence Crawford's celebration in Omaha took an unexpected turn. Hours after the city hosted a parade and party to honor his win against Canelo Alvarez, police stopped him in the early morning. Officials reported that Crawford was driving a blue four-door car at high speed when he was pulled over around 1:27 a.m. The situation became tense when officers saw a gun on the floor and ordered everyone in the car to get out at gunpoint.
I'm opening the door.
You can take
I'm
mine
opening the
off
door.
of me right here on my right. I'm keeping motherfucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Step out. Can I move my phone? Step out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tim Bradley shared his take on Terence Crawford's traffic stop, offering an opinion that many found pointed and thoughtful. He suggested that the incident that night felt less like a routine traffic matter and more like a message being sent to the champion. Bradley noted that Crawford's rising fame might have made some officials feel the need to remind him that no one is above the law. He highlighted how quickly joyful moments can turn tense, as if a good day can't go by without trouble. Many fans agreed with his perspective, seeing the irony of Crawford's celebration ending with police lights and stress instead of happiness.
I mean, Terence Crawford, he on the highest cloud, bro. In his city, let him know. Let him know. With this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. That's what the cops send a message. I don't care what anybody say. The cops send a message. This our city. You might got the key, but I got the handcuffs. That's what that was. Yeah. And before y'all start talking about my ceiling real quick, my roof, hey, it been raining and stuff. Hey, it's raining now. The clouds is out right now. You can see them in the background. I'm gonna go watch this damn car in a little bit once this rain stops. But anyways, back to the video. Oh, man, look. You ain't got no city until you got the police. That's a fact. Yeah. Shoot, you ain't got no city unless you got the police. Don't ever forget that. You gotta have the law enforcement on your side, man. They gotta be looking out for you. For the good. Not for the bad, for the good. Yeah. Terence Crawford, it don't matter what you do for your city, man. Bruh, I'm letting you know right now, man. With this incident right here, they waiting on you to do something bad. This dude right here, he was trying to jack you. He was trying to catch you slipping. That's all it was. Seeing you on TV, displayed all on TV, parade shut down and stuff. He gotta be, securing certain points and stuff like that. He mad. He mad.
Crawford's head of security called the traffic stop a frightening experience. He explained that the officers appeared tense from the beginning, making the situation quickly feel dangerous. What should have been a weekend of celebration turned into a moment of fear when they were told to get out of the car at gunpoint. He remembered how quickly things shifted from calm to threatening, describing it as one of the most unsettling moments of his career. For him, that night was far more than a routine traffic stop. It became an experience none of them would ever forget.
In the passenger seat, the same man who rode on the float with Bud during Saturday's parade.
Be a man who can receive his second key to the city and have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Being the head of Terence Crawford's security, Shabazz has seen a lot. but nothing like this.
Oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Early Sunday morning, Crawford and his team were leaving an after party following his parade. According to police, they pulled their vehicle over near 12th and Cass Streets for reckless driving. That's where things took a dark turn.
And as soon as he said he had a firearm, the police officer that was on his side became unhinged.
Police immediately drew their weapons, pointing a gun at Shabazz and the pound-for-pound champ.
I literally have my hands on top of the ceiling and inside of the vehicle.
According to police, an officer had identified a firearm on the floor of the...
Reports say police initially stopped Terence Crawford's car on suspicion of reckless driving. During the stop, officers reported seeing 2 guns on the floor, which heightened tension and led them to order everyone out at gunpoint. Later checks confirmed the weapons were legally owned and properly registered. With no other violations, Crawford received only a reckless driving ticket and was released shortly after. While the case was closed, many viewed the incident as symbolic. Critics suggested that on the same day Crawford was celebrated as a champion, city officials wanted to assert their authority. To some, it appeared less about traffic safety and more about control in Omaha.
Newswatch 7's Pete Cuddy spoke with Mayor John Ewing, who requested that the Omaha Police Department conduct an internal investigation. And Pete, what did the mayor have to say?
Yeah, Julie, Mayor Ewing says that after such a great day yesterday, he was heartbroken hearing about the news of the traffic stop. That's why he reached out to Police Chief Todd Schmaderer and Terence Crawford himself to find out what exactly happened at that traffic stop. Omaha Police released a statement saying that a car driven by Terence Crawford was stopped for driving recklessly around 1:30 in the morning on Cass Street. An officer confirmed that while Crawford was reaching to grab his information, the cop spotted a gun by Crawford's.
Andre Ward, a well-respected figure in boxing, shared his views on how Terence Crawford has often faced attempts to minimize his achievements. Ward pointed out that before the Canelo fight, many critics downplayed Crawford's victories, claiming he only won on points instead of dominating. He felt this narrative was meant to diminish Crawford's accomplishments and ignore his true talent. For Ward, the Omaha traffic stop was another example of the challenges Crawford faces as a champion who must constantly defend his reputation. He emphasized that no effort to discredit him can erase his record or the respect he has earned in the sport.
Terence Crawford. They tried to ruin his reputation and say that he wasn't a draw when the numbers were there for you to see. When he went to MSG against guys that didn't have big names, or that were faded, like Amir Khan, or when he fought Kaviaskis, he did numbers. It was a smear campaign about his personality. He doesn't talk. Nobody wants to hear him. No, that you don't want to hear him. So you try to speak for the masses when the whole time you have a star right here. You got to learn how to talk to this man. Even as recent as his last fight, the fight before Canelo, the smear campaign continued. I don't hear the smear campaign now. Them voices got really, really quiet like they typically do when they get proven wrong. And they either try to jump on the wagon, I knew this kid was going to be that, or they get very, very quiet and they start to retreat back to wherever they came from and they don't have a lot to say. So I'm happy for this brother for that reason, because they tried to bury him, Roy. It didn't work. He overcame that. He said, give me my shot. I'm going to show you. And he kept doing it time and time again, and he did it again against Canelo Alvarez.
So wanted to send a statement because he doesn't like the rise of the Black Messiah. He don't like to see a black person in position of power. So he pulled Terence Crawford over for quote-unquote reckless driving. And as he approached the car, he decided to lie on his report, because as he approached the car, he stated that he saw a firearm on the floor panel. Come to find out, Terence Crawford informed him as he approached the driver's side door where Terence Crawford was driving, and in the passenger side was Terence Crawford's head security guard. In the back was Coach Malachi, and a young lady was on the side of Coach Malachi in the back seat. And Terence Crawford has legal firearms, and of course his security has legal firearms. They informed the officer that they have legal firearms in the vehicle. He then brandished his firearm, pointed at Terence Crawford's face, and then got very aggressive as Terence Crawford got, and his security and everybody in the vehicle, Coach Malachi, got nervous because he started to show the actions and body language of somebody that wanted to do something completely left. And now in the police report that has been obtained by the community and released and leaked, he never puts about the reckless driving. He never puts speed.
Amir Khan, the former world champion, voiced his support for Terence Crawford, saying that no matter what controversies arise, Crawford's success is undeniable. Khan praised his talent and determination, noting that he always believed Crawford would establish himself as one of boxing's best. To Khan, the events in Omaha did not change the fact that Crawford is a genuine champion with a lasting legacy. He added that no attempt to pressure him or downplay his achievements could diminish his greatness. Fans found Khan's words uplifting, a reminder that true talent always overcomes doubt and criticism.
Omaha, Nebraska, and when I was in Colorado Springs, he came into my camp. He helped me out a little bit, but at the same time, I seen him sparring some heavyweight guys. I seen him wrestling some heavy, big guys, and I thought, wow. So I asked him, I go, look, do you have like a wrestling background? He goes, yeah, we're like state champion. So that showed to me that this guy is a solid, strong person. Like, no one can push him around. No one can dictate. No one's going to put pressure on him where he's going to feel hurt, because he knows how to control the ring. When it comes to box IQ, like, his IQ in boxing is probably the best. I mean, he knows what punch to throw. He knows how to maneuver these heavier, big hitters and also take away their power and put his own shots in. So yeah, he's up there, one of the best ever, really.
You know, as an ex-fighter champion, I'm just curious. We heard yesterday Dana White says he's not going to acknowledge the WBC, IBF, WBO. He's going to have his own belt and the ring belt, and they want to potentially make changes to the Ali Act as well. This is a big thing here in America. How do you feel about? Is it time to make these changes and evolve, or are you more old school and think they shouldn't happen?
Ariel, I think it's the time boxing needed to change.
The gap between the official report and witnesses' accounts highlighted a clear difference in how the night's events were seen. The Omaha Police Department described it as a routine traffic stop for reckless driving, but Crawford's head of security shared a very different perspective. He called the experience frightening and said the officers acted in an overly aggressive and intimidating manner. These conflicting accounts raised questions about honesty, accuracy, and accountability. For many, it was difficult to reconcile the official explanation with the first-hand experiences of those who felt they were placed in danger without cause.
We got information from Terence Crawford, his own team, and they're saying something completely different. If you listen, his head of security, Shabazz, said he was shaken up. He was like, I thought we were going to get popped by the cops that night. And crazy enough, he teaches classes on how to de-escalate and deal with police officers. So, you know, at least that's what they're saying his credentials are. So he knows how to de-escalate situations and still had a problem with Omaha PD. And the other thing that is different, he's saying that they didn't even know that he had a gun on him, or there was no gun on the floorboard, which changes things. So I can't wait till we get down to the nitty gritty and the body cams and this and that, because now this shakes things up. This is no longer the story we were being fed from TMZ. This is something different. The TMZ article said the cops pulled him over for reckless driving, fair if he was doing it, and seen a gun. And in my video, I said, if those things are true, then yeah, the cop can take you out the car for everybody's safety.
City officials quickly responded to the public's strong reaction and moved to ease concerns. Omaha's mayor and police chief issued statements promising a full review of the incident. They said an internal affairs investigation would take place to maintain transparency and protect community trust. While their statements were meant to reassure people, many remained skeptical, feeling the response minimized how serious the situation had been. Announcing the investigation was seen as necessary, but most agreed that real judgment would come only if those promises led to concrete action. Analysts saw the episode as reflecting the tension that often arises when someone's rising influence challenges established institutions.
John Ewing and Police Chief Todd Schmaderer, are aware of a video circulating on social media regarding the traffic stop involving Terence "Bud" Crawford early Sunday morning. Chief has authorized an internal affairs investigation. Shortly before 1:30 a.m., officers working in the downtown area observed a vehicle driving recklessly near North 12th and Capitol Avenue. A traffic stop was conducted at Cass Street. So he's pulled over because they said he's driving recklessly. All right. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. I'm gonna read that sentence to you again. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. That is important. For safety, all 4 occupants were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. The driver was later identified as Mr. Crawford upon verification of his driver's license and was issued a citation for reckless driving. One passenger, a member of Mr. Crawford's security team, was also found to be carrying a legal firearm. Okay, so that's 2 guns in the car, legally. Police have confirmed that all occupants are legally permitted to carry firearms. A police supervisor and lieutenant responded to the scene at Mr. Crawford's request. So he requested a supervisor and lieutenant to show up. Blah, blah, blah.
Some observers argued that those in power can feel challenged when someone else's success draws public attention. They saw the Omaha traffic stop as less about driving and more about the clash between personal achievement and established authority. The incident highlighted a familiar reality. People who gain influence often face pushback from those already in control. Many commentators also raised concerns about possible bias, suggesting the stop may have been shaped by deeper social factors rather than just standard police procedure. While most avoided strong criticism, they noted that Crawford's experience reflected a broader pattern of people being treated differently based on who they are rather than what they did. This perspective resonated deeply with his supporters, who viewed the incident as unfair and unnecessary. Regardless of opinions, the event sparked an important discussion about justice, fairness, and equality in everyday encounters with authority.
For me to say that it will not be lost on a lot of people that Terence Crawford, being obviously a black man, being pulled over by cops in such fashion and treated in such a seemingly harsh way, will not go down well with a lot of people, especially in the black community, where, let's be honest, there has been tensions over the years between the police and the black community throughout many American towns and cities. So let's be honest, this incident will do nothing to improve relations between those 2 groups, that's for sure. Because make no mistake, this is an incident that could have gone very left, very, very left. And someone could have got hurt, maybe even fatally hurt. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that, because we've seen in the past where incidents of this nature have ended up very badly. So yeah, there's a lot of people who are very upset by this incident. As I said, I've not heard anything from Terence Crawford or anyone related to Terence Crawford, anyone to do with his inner circle. I would imagine he'll be releasing a statement soon. There are some people online who are suggesting that Terence Crawford may have grounds to sue. There are others saying that he might not want to sue because Terence Crawford is a much loved member of the Omaha, Nebraska community, and he does a lot of work for the city, so he may not want to sue the city. However, it'll be interesting to see how this one gets.
All right, everyone, stay updated on the latest boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Ring Headquaterzz and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Don't forget to check out our other videos as well. Until next time, take care and stay safe.